Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the ACC, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here, as always, by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. To the air. It's Jennings. On the run here. Lets it go. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Physical run. Breaks through a tackle. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
This is why this quarterback goes to this tight end. His size and his athletic ability. The soft hands to make the catch. But, Chris, this is what separates him from other tight ends in the country. Look at him after the catch, breaking tackles and picking up more yardage.
It's an option look. Oh, the ball comes loose. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He escapes the sack. Breaking free at the 35. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
First down, looking to throw the ball. There's contact on the throw. This one falls incomplete, but it looked like the defense jumped off sides. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Penalty sets up a first down and 5. He hands it off from the gun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Getting set. Here's second down. Scanning the field. It's Jennings. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
And someone moved just a bit too early. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
That's another huge game for this guy. And I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. And boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
The shotgun handoff here. They can't stop him. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. And wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with a mindset that they're not going to wait around and wait for this defense to get settled in. They're going to punch them straight in the mouth and assert themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
Extra point try coming now. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Running back has it on the screen now. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
I love early in a game like this where you get the running back involved, just get his hands on the football. Also, nice easy screen, gets the quarterback settled into the game. Nice easy throw. Look at this, it ends up being a huge play.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I really like to see the counter mixed in there with your base concepts to keep the defense honest. Now, they didn't burst a big run, but if you keep mixing it in as the game progresses, you might catch the defense over pursuing.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41, and they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision. Makes a quick catch. Breaks loose at the 40. Finally tackled down at the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Important 2nd down play coming up. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. It's a quick grab. Running with purpose. He steps out of bounds, but more than enough yardage to set up 1st and goal.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. And now it's 1st and goal.
He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
So 8 plays into this drive now. It's 3rd and goal. Receiver makes the catch. Touchdown, Memphis. This quarterback on fire today. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, winding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? He's found some room at the 45. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays. Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Offense facing second and goal. Flying for the touchdown on the right side. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Gain moves the ball to the 1. Third down and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Texas.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield. He may go for a third or a fourth later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with PAT. The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. He's past the 25. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. From the shotgun, drops back. Quick throw over the middle. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now...
Will he score here? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you can hope for on this biggest stage in the national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. The Longhorns offense takes the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. Second down play coming up. Send the back in motion. To the air. It's Jennings. Catch made on the right side. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations. And they're easy completions for the quarterback.
The catch makes it a more manageable third down. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he takes it into the end zone. Let's check and see what that marker is about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Try and muscle for the first down. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
So early contact with the defense. That'll push. Yards. So 1st and 10 for the offense after a costly 4th down penalty on the defense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders in this defense. Longhorns hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Back to pass. It's Jennings. Receiver makes the grab. And he's tackled after the catch.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? From the gun, he looks for an open man. Tries to beat the pressure with a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Now the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. That's a 1st and 5 after that defensive penalty. And the back now goes in motion. Here's the option play. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
Longhorns with 1st and 10 here. Dropping back. It's Jennings. He's moving out of the pocket now. Using his legs here. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Boy, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. He'll hand it off. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Snags a quick throw. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's got it inside the 15. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. Well, it's been an entertaining 1st half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And the tackle is made. The screen pass there produces a solid gain. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught quickly. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Bringing pressure. And the freshman making an impact play there. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I talk a lot about defensive ends arguably being some of the best athletes on the field. Here's an example of a guy that's just too quick off the edge for the offensive line to be able to contain. He got in there in a heartbeat and came up with that sack.
For the sack on first down, it's second down. And he'll set up to throw. Going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Incompletion sets up a third down now for this offense. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. To the offense, looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his back. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Or throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. Right down the middle. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Longhorns will kick this away to start the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And then first down, right back to the running game.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Here's the second down play. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Makes a quick grab. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
The offense facing a tough conversion here, 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. A bullet, but it's incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Great job by this defense once again on that 3rd down, and now we get to 4th down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on 4th down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. No chance for a return. That football bounces away from the returner and heads out of bounds. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, let's face it. They dug themselves a hole in the first. But they're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
He's running out of time here. Running back grabs it on a screen. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield. But it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's going to take off. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Looks like Memphis will have the first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
First down here for this offense. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Defense able to deny the touchdown. He's brought down at the 1.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Touchdown, Memphis. And they go in front here in the second half. Here comes the point after attempt. PAT puts them up 3. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Dropping back, it's DeMarco. Looks to the left, pass caught. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Second down after that completion. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it's intercepted, deflected at the line of scrimmage. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, I thought after he tipped that ball in the air, that thing was going to be an incompletion. That would have been a great play, but instead, he didn't give up on it. Comes down with the interception and then shows you how athletic he is by taking it all the way back for a touchdown. How about that?
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the quarterback dropping back, and he lofts it toward the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
I really thought that this matchup between this quarterback and his receivers going up against this defense in the national title would have been must-see TV. But, man, this defense, they have won that battle the entire game, and they enjoy a nice lead because of that.
And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. And that's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Back to throw. It's DeMarco. Pressure is coming. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's going to take another shot right here. And it's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Well, I don't blame the offensive coordinator here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. They just didn't execute.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle made after the completion.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Some hard running there through a tackle. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
Boy, the defense does such a good job at taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Defense is coming after him. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he'll lost it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Memphis. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trying to blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Dropping back. It's DeMarco. Looking for a deep completion. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
QB to the tight end for a completion. Defense wraps him up after a 6-yard gain, brings up 4th down.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that 1st down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
He fires this throw and is intercepted. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the default.
Chris, I got to be honest. I mean, this is the national championship. We've seen so much out of this quarterback throughout the year and these receivers, and yet here in this biggest stage, they cannot do anything through the air. The timing is off. Now, again, you got to give credit to the defense, but I'm just shocked to see the way they're performing today.
And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Offensively, you get to the 4th quarter, you're down in the game. You're thinking about vertical shots and getting out of bounds to try to stop the clock. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'll give that up all game long. Short little routes,
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to...
He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Going the other way, can they stop him? At the 20, using a strong stiff arm. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. Sets up the offense in great position. Off the big play, they are pounding on the door here. 1st and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Dropping back, it's DeMarco. Running out of time in the pocket. Gets the ball up as it is hit, but it's incomplete. Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They bring him down right at the 20.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
Trying for a 4th down completion. And it's incomplete, but the defense jumped across the line there. They could set up a first down. So 1st and 10, that's a costly mistake for the defense on 4th down. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Receiver makes the catch. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offensive coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
Juked one tackler and picks up first down yardage.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
He hands it to the back. That one moves the ball across the 40. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. This was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. What do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the 3rd downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game. And today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Official, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Memphis Tigers.